Okay, so here's my 1995 Toyota T100. Had it for about 7 years now. Sod axle swapped it with a Dana 44 originally, but I kept breaking too many axle shafts, so I ended up spending the money and going with Diamond Axle. Had Brian fab me up. Nice housing. 80 series outers with Land Cruiser 9.5 rear third up front. Held up so far, still on the stock burfs. You know, I've had 39.5-inch boggers on it and no problems whatsoever. I just put DBA rotors on it. Very nice. For the rear axle, I had the stock, I was running the stock T100 rear axle, 8.4 third, but I kept destroying ring and pinions. I was 529, or still am 529s, but the axle, I was scared 529s for a while, and after 2 ring and pinions, I got tired of it, and I bought an 80 series full float rear axle. Love that full float. Short people problems. Yeah, no engine right now. I had a 3.4 in it, supercharged it with URD 7th injector kit on it. Had about 80,000 miles of rev limiter. Held up great. But I eventually blew the head gasket on it. Probably cracked the head too. Anybody want to buy a 3.4? A 2JZ GE actually fell into my lap. Currently going through it. Just gonna run the stock crank with it. Stock pistons. Just gonna do the thicker head gasket. It's gonna be a budget build, but it's really turning out to be this fucking crazy build right now. Don't get me wrong, there is a fine line between budget building and doing it half-ass. If it needs it, I'll order the part and have it done right. But if it don't need to be replaced, I ain't gonna replace it. I think when I do the swap, I'm definitely gonna fucking hook the AC up. For the 8 years I've owned this truck, I've only had AC for about the year that I owned it, the first year. I'll just do a quick walk around for you guys. I actually just recently picked up this bed towards the beginning of spring. My other bed was trash, rusted, dented from just wheeling, but that's okay. I found a nice new one. Got the Tacoma snorkel on it. Works great. Everybody always asks me if that's my exhaust. You know, it's plastic. I don't get it. I definitely am going to take my time with this build, do a good job. Still going to beat the shit out of it, bring it in the woods. That's what I built it for. There's also a few things I do want to change with the truck. I mean, I'm not really into the, you know, lower the back, have the front raised more than the back. But, I mean, stupid me, I bought the wrong front shackles, and now that ugly shackle angle is there. But yeah, I definitely need to raise my shock tower. Doesn't leave me much up travel. And I definitely need to slam my front power steering box forward as much as I can, probably all the way into this front cab mount, because when I first solid axle swapped it with the Dana 44, I didn't have high steer crossover. I just had just standard crossover steering with the tie rod below the leaf spring. So pretty much what my build's gonna be. You know, funny thing is, when this thing did have the 3.4 with the supercharger in it, it actually was pretty fast with the 529 gearing and the 35s. I did race my buddy's Duramax. He had a Denali HD, and we did a third gear roll, beat him. Second gear roll, beat him. Went from a dig, beat him. Then again, I didn't really have a bed on it, and the truck was probably 4,000 pounds soaking wet, so I did have power to weight ratio on him 100%. But yeah, the truck was pretty fast with the supercharger in it, I'm not gonna lie. But I want more power. That's pretty much it for today. I hope you enjoyed my video. Definitely gonna be a sick build process. Yeah, I'll keep you guys updated.